Okay, so we're working on this older BPA 450. This is a 2000 BPA 450. It had a strange issue. Basically, one of the differential cylinders, the cylinders that push the mud cups back and forth, was moving back and forth, while the other one stayed completely stationary with the rock valve switching and everything. So that leads me to believe there's only really one problem that could make that happen, is that the piston from the other cylinder, which wasn't moving, must have come undone from the rod itself. So the rod was all the way forward and the piston's just sliding back and forth in there. So I'm pulling that cylinder and I'm expecting to find the piston disconnected from the rod. So we're gonna get that out and get a look at it. Ask me why I sound like this with a 6-string growl and a hammer fist twist. Why I talk. If you got something that's tight and hard to get off, it's always easier to loosen the nut than it is to loosen the bolt side. If you can get to it. We've already pushed the mud cup back. I used a porta power to push that back. And disconnected the flange at the end of the ram, which is sitting over there on the bench with the bolt sticking out of it. You're gonna need to remove that before you pull the rod. All right, where? The socket again. All right, move on the other side.
Two hours later.
All right, that was the last one. Grab that bolt and the washers. Washer on both sides. And now we should be free. Things are a little heavy. There we go. We'll just it was that easy. It's the right angle. Okay. There we go. Just slide it right up. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. And we're going to be taking this whole thing apart. Get rid of this O-ring. The garbage. Whenever you're opening any kind of hydraulic cylinder or lines or anything, clean is really the name of the game. You don't want any debris getting in the hydraulic system. So take as much extra time as you can. Always try and keep things clean. If I can, I'll put them in between. See if there's room. Hold on, let me put it in. I was just pulling the scraper and the cap off. Okay, go ahead and go up. Go up slow so I can get it centered. Pick it up just so it's hanging a little more. Keep going.
I think moving too nice.
I know. I'm assuming the pistons.
I bet you it's down.
I bet it's gonna pull right through the gland, probably just right on through.
Yeah.
It's just gonna come right out, which might make it difficult to get the gland out, but.
Oh, just pressurize the back side of the cylinder. And,
yeah, we'll just blow it out with air or something.
yeah, blow it out there.
Oh wait, there we go.
Oh.
Okay, keep going.
Ah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, you just stop right there.
That's not bugging me.
Okay, well the piston's still on there. So that means I was wrong.
Yeah. We were both wrong. Looks nice in there though.
Well and I need to think about this for a second.
It's full of water.
Yeah, there's a lot of water in there. All right, well now we just look like idiots.
Yeah. Because what we thought was the way the pump was acting,
Thought that piston would be loose.
we thought this piston would not be attached to this rod because the machine was still stroking on one diff was moving, but this one was not. And we're still getting all its signal oil to shift the rock valve and everything, which tells me that oil is moving in the right directions to tell the signal oil to make the pump move. So we were assuming this was stuck out in the barrel. This was just going back and forth inside the housing, not attached to the rod. We were wrong.
That means one of those check valves has to be either stuck open or somebody fucked with it and put one on backwards.
Yeah, but
I've seen that once before on like that 305 that guy fucked with and brought in, remember? And it was doing the same thing.
Yeah,
and
but
he ended up having a check valve backwards.
This was it just happened in the middle of the load, and they were running it. So.
Okay, but hear me out. If that rod's all the way at the end, it's only drawing this one back through the loop oil, right? So somehow it's pressurizing the backside of this one.
Yep.
And all that oil is actually going past the piston from right on the back. So the pump's got to be right in the back. So it's going right past that piston and without moving it.
Yeah,
and drawing this back.
But the piston's all the way at that side.
Oh, you're right. The piston's at that side. Okay, so either way. Okay, so that means when this one's going forward, it's going right past the piston.
Yeah. It's got to be going somewhere. The loop oil's got to go somewhere.
So that would so I'm going to be looking in this cartridge right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the front cartridge.
Be there.
This is the front check valve.
I mean, the only other thing I see is like piston rings are lined up here, which you're not supposed to have piston rings lined up together because that'll let things.
Yeah, but not to that.
But not to that extent.
Not to that extent. No.
No.
So I'm gonna open this. I think because I mean, what else is there? That's a lot of oil to be flowing through this.
Yeah.
Because it's running damn near full speed there, but I guess in theory, I mean, it's a pretty big hole.
Yeah. You can get rid of it.
I'm gonna pop it open and see what's in there.
Okay. Usually when pumps do this and you have one ram fully extended and one just kind of does this, it builds pressure, it pressures out and stops moving. Where what made this weird is that it continued to stroke, just that side didn't move. So that's what kind of threw us off. It made it just a little, something you don't normally see.
You can't get it first try every try, I guess, but this is
open.
This is a one-way directional valve. It's supposed to be all the way shut. You shouldn't be able to see any of those holes on the inside.
Piece of metal right there.
See that large piece of metal debris holding it open? I bet we're just gonna pop that out, put this back together, and it's gonna work just fine. So.
I told you it was there. The $1 million BB.
Yeah, it's amazing how much one little piece of debris can stop the whole party sometimes.
Did you pop it out?
I'm about to. There it is. No.
There you go. So When we talk about keeping your hydraulic oil clean, that's all it takes to make a concrete pump stop.
This is how the check valve is supposed to work. See how it's all the way closed now? Open, closed, open, closed.
That's been in there a while.
Yeah.
It's all pounded down, and you can tell it's been floating around the system for a while. It's all rounded and pounded down into a little ball. So the technical term for what we found, they call it construction debris.
Well,
from when the pump was built. But it could be a shaving from inside this ram, from one of the piston rings or inside the barrel, or it be coming from one of the hydraulic pumps.
It's most
and
likely
it's just sort of been rolling around and being pounded in that little valve for so long that now it's kind of rolled its way into a little ball. So is there a possibility there's more? Of course. And you have to tell the customer that there's always a possibility, especially when you have debris and stuff floating around in the system.
all those little check
unlikely.
valves, all those little check valves in turn become filters.
Exactly. That's what
You'll find it eventually. It was in there for a while until it finally went through.
See, Nicole, you see this right here? See all the divots? That's from the piece of metal we found in here beating its way against this piston to the back of this until it rounded into a little ball and shot down one of these and into that check valve. That's what happened.